Hello everyone, you're watching Altek2k Gaming. This is Act 7 and we're continuing our levelling of our Poisonous Concoction Pathfinder. We will be going for a second ascendancy in here, which will give us ridiculous recovery, and also immunity to bleed during flask effect, which is all the time. Amplified life flask. Now in here we're going to want to find the castle. You don't really need to do this if you've got your flask set up. I'm just going to show you where it is. Just get the silver locket from it. Once you've got that, just follow the road. Again, if you have all the flasks you need, you do not need to do that because the reward is a flask. Head out the door to the crossroads. In the crossroads, instead of going up like we do in Act 2, we're going to go down once we reach the waypoint. Now do make sure you grab the waypoint. If you don't, this is going to be very painful for you to have to walk all the way back here. Kill these blues. Into the Fell Shrine ruins now. We're going to continue to follow the road around. Kill these blues. We don't need to spend an awful lot of time in here, and this run is quite a long way. Although, remember I do want to keep my flasks up, so we're going to try and do that just by killing the odd pack then. And we levelled. When we level, it puts our flask up to full and therefore causes all my flasks to activate, so that's quite nice. Now the only flask I currently need to use is life. Let's put another level of clarity on. We're probably going to get a clarity aura mitigation because we're using it quite high level now. Although clarity will be going away if we switch to... I can't remember what it's called again. The one that uses energy shield instead of mana to cast. Oh, that hurt a lot. In here you just want to find this sarcophagus to go down. Another skill point to apply. We are going to go for these plus 6 to damage over time with poison nodes to make our poison even more virulent. In here we're looking for a little island, which is where we will find the chest that gives us the map for our first ever map, where we go into someone's map. Malagaro, I think. The Chaos guy. There it is. I'm just going to kill the rare so we can pick it up. Malagaro's map and then log. We're going to head straight back to the crossroads, and this time head upwards. Pretty much whenever we're in here, find the scent. Down here, or have we gone completely the wrong... We've gone completely the wrong way, have we? Let's just see if there's an offshoot further down. This might work. Now, unlike the last one where you can skip this area, you can't here. You have to go there. Talk to Silk, grab the waypoint. Map device, put in the map and activate. Use a portal into Malagaro's Sanctuary, and in here we're going to run to the edge. And we're going to loop round. I'm going to loop round anti-clockwise because it's normally on this edge. Not that it has to be, and this was probably a mistake. And we're basically looping round till we find a bridge, which will be marked in yellow. It can be anywhere around the edge of here, but again, it's more frequent on the left-hand side. Just drop a couple on him. He won't survive. Did I? Oh, that's not the right bridge. Let's cancel that because I have no interest in it's taking longer than it needs to. This must be the exit. Okay. And then in here we're going to head across the left-hand wall, or the top in this case. What is that? That is Wither. We do want to level Wither up, I think. I am stuck on... Oh. Yeah, it can be quite hard to see the edge here. Outside, drop a portal. Again, for safety and to avoid the walk of shame in the unlikely case that he kills you. Drop Wither totems and hit him. Mana is now stable. Finally. It's only taken half the game to get here. Yeah, this is so fast on this character. He's down. And then his boss is going down too. There we go, he's down. He teleported and just died before he landed. We'll use our portal. Talk to Silk. For the Black Venom, he'll give you a key. Grab the key. And then head down here. Without the key, you can't go through there. And what are we doing in here? We are trying to find the offshoot which takes us down to where we fought Fidelitas in Act 2. Don't think I hit anything there. These blues. Now do remember, you do not need to stand there and wait for them to die. The poison will kill them. It's quite potent by now. And then we're not going to bother killing anything in here unless it's blue. Head round this loop. And click on the thingy. The key will open this den. In the den, grab the waypoint. And then we are going to head through here. Pretty much in a straight line. And it'll start to just sort of taper upwards when we get to the end. Or downwards in this case. This is most odd. Okay, there's the exit. That seemed a lot longer than this usually is. Buy our skill point, which will again be poison. Head to the waypoint. Now, the reason we want poison damage this early is that we're not going to get the ascendancies that would normally boost us. Instead, we're going for flask charges. You can always re-roll your ascendancy if you start to struggle, although it does cost, I think it's 5 regrets per node on the ascendancy tree. We're going to stop increasing clarity. This boss is horrible. I've died so many times to this boss. Now, you'll see on this little bridge here, someone will fire an arrow every so often, so you know when it's coming. And then it sort of drops and heads towards you, so you've got a little bit of time just to get out of its way. Yeah, this is Groose, the one that spits at you in Act 2. He's turned evil. And he's absolutely no problem at all anymore. Yeah, let's go for physical damage over time. Take him while moving, and moving while bleeding doesn't cause you to take extra damage. We'll roll this off very soon and replace it with this. Up into the northern forest. In here, we're going to head towards the bottom and just sort of go round. It's not always where it is, but again, it seems to be the more frequent of late. And in here, we're just looking for the side door into that area we skip in Act 2. Can't remember what it's called, otherwise I've just told you. So I am filming this along with the previous episode on our sort of surrogate Christmas Day, for the fact that Christmas Day fell on a weekend. I hope everyone had a lovely Christmas, and we didn't find it. Now for Christmas, I got a game off my wishlist called Satisfactory. It's been on my wishlist forever because I thought I wasn't going to like it. If you've played Factorio, it's a little like that. But it's first-person perspective. Now, I hated Factorio, which is why I sort of didn't pick up the game. Although I actually like games like it, which are sort of city builders. And Satisfactory actually is extraordinarily good. It's sort of on the lines with Oxygen Not Included in this game for keeping you on it forever. So if you don't want a life sink, then you might want to avoid it. But it is really, really good. Highly recommend it. Now on that note, we are sort of coming towards the end of the League, and I am probably going to take a couple of weeks after this series and after we've taken it to maps to try some other games out on the channel, just to get a break from PoE before the next League starts. So if there are any of the games I usually play that interest you, then let me know and I can sort of prioritise those over any others. Current games that I sort of play semi-frequently are Oxygen Not Included, Subsistence, which if you've been around for a while you may have seen those videos, and now Satisfactory. I've also got Death and Taxes. I haven't played that yet. I'm sure there's some other games in there that I haven't played for a while, but the important thing is that anything I put out that you guys like, because this channel is all about you. Okay, once we get to this part, we go underground, and we're going to kill this guy. So drop our Despair Totems. Now, when you're fighting him, if you don't kill him very quickly, when he does that little thing, you'll see clouds flying towards you. Keep moving during that because they're like a poison. And he's down. Now, we are going to wait for Sin to come down because we also want this Pantheon, which should be this one. 1% additional physical damage reduction for each hit you've taken recently, up to 5%. My Stone Golem is surviving, which is good. Okay, what are we going for now? Well, let's go for that life, and then we're going to come down here and grab these block nodes. We're probably also going to path up here through this life. And also down here, there is Dirty Techniques, which we will want because it's increased damage with ailments on enemies at 30%, and 10% damage over time multiplier for ailments. And damaging ailments damage 10% faster. Now, what I didn't mention is when we're in this top area, you're actually looking for fireflies, which are marked with quest markers. I think there's 5 to... is it 5? No, 7. And I think we've got them all. Now, if you're not sure if you've got them all or not, it does give you a little message. When you look at lighting the way, if it says deliver the fireflies to Yena instead of collect the fireflies, then you've got them all. Once we have got them all, we're going to head back towards the door.
I'm not up to that just yet.
And head out back to the Northern Forest, and then we're going to run upwards. Now, I could have actually dropped a portal up there. That would have made sense. But I didn't. Now, we do want to get hit once in a while, because that all helps our flask stay up. I'm hoping this is going to be one of the more tankier characters I've ever played. I did die to Katava, but that was definitely my own stupidity. And beyond that, I think with a more skilled hardcore player, so far this feels viable. And I'm hoping when it's finished, it's one of the more survivable things I've ever built. We are going for more survivability over damage. There will be far more damaging ways to build this character. Now, someone did ask me to have a look at Osero's Poison Concoction build, which he's just released, and asked me to tell him what I thought of it. It's actually a pretty nice build. He's actually using the same skill gem links as me, so great minds think alike, but I think the rest of our tree is going to be pretty different. Because we're going more flask-based instead of where he's going damage. Now, one thing he did suggest, which I hadn't really thought about, is using Determination as an aura. Which is interesting for defense. I might actually give that a try. As a second layer, so if it does get through evasion, it'll get absorbed through there. But again, we got block as well, so I think I'd rather focus on the block than that. Grab this Kashara's Star as you exit, and then we're going to head upwards. That was very nondescript because I sort of ran out of brain power. So in here, we're sort of looking for a way into the center. There may not be one, in which case it's up top. We do want to keep our flash charges up, so getting hit once in a while will help with that. As long as they don't hit too hard, we should be fine. Which actually, I wonder, once we got block, actually block is still cast as a hit. It just doesn't do any damage. So actually that will work. Okay, once you find this waypoint, grab it. Give the fireflies to Yena and she will burn the webs into the temple. At this point, head back to town. Now we've got a lot of skill points to pick up. Eramir will give us 2, and also Whelem Roth will give us a flask for the amulet we picked up earlier, and a skill book. Buy those, and then let's spend them. I'm going to go that way. Now up here somewhere there is a reduced flash charges used. We are going to want that. Probably going to go all the way through there as well. But first, let us go for block. I'm going to path through here, grab these block nodes, and then grab this and go up and get the life. And then we'll continue on damaging side of the tree, and also there's that one there, and I saw another one up here somewhere. Yeah, reduced flash charges used. We're going to want as many of those as possible. Now also, point blank will give us 30% more damage if we hit targets close to us. So that is an option if you want to pick it. Now at this point, I like to run the lab, so I'm going to go there. Pick up Cruel Lab, and I will be back for the last fight. Okay, final fight, and I didn't get traps disabled, so this could be problematic. Let us see. We have been doing a lot of damage to him though. Let's actually get our little stone golem up for some defense, although that can cause him to fire in its direction, not yours, so you can end up running into his attack, like there. I'll just get out of his way, throw some... And he's down. That was quick. Okay, Ascendancy Chamber. Let us ascend. Let us get... Flasks have 5% increased effect and 8% increased flask effect duration. Followed by remove bleeding when you use a flask, remove corrupted blood when you use a flask, gain a flask charge when you deal a critical strike, and recover 6% of life when you use a flask. Now at this point we want to start looking at stacking crit, because obviously crit is going to help us get up here, and actually if we get enough flask charges from this, we won't need to get this. Although this is nice for the 6% reduced elemental damage taken, but we could then get poison spreads. So let us see if crit actually helps, because we are using precision and also we will be getting some accuracy and crit nodes off the tree. Actually, these flasks are not good for this because they're lower but quicker. So low recovery but over 2.2 seconds, I think, instead of these, which are higher but over longer seconds. That's 49% increase. Our current flask has 54% increased, but it's much higher than that. It's got an extra K on it, so we're not going to use those. We're going to skip them. Once we're sorted in town, go to the Val City again. And we're going to enter the Temple of Decay. And through the temple, we want to head away from the waypoint. It's basically what it adds up to, so straight line away from the waypoint. This is where I'm going to get annoyed because this skill won't get over edges. And actually, is there an upwards exit? There isn't, so it is that left one. Luckily, it isn't broken, so we're not going to get stuck on it. Yeah, because this can't get over those ledges if they're broken, you sometimes have to go really look out of your way to get to the exit. Down the stairs. And again, we're just going to repeat. Move away from the centre. There is a boss in here. We don't need to kill him, but I'm going to do it just to see what my damage is like. And he's down. As if it was in question. I didn't want to switch that on. Oops. Save that for Arakaali. More stairs. Okay, we probably want to exit to the top, and it's... Well, look, we're doing well this time. There's been no broken path so far on the way we need to go. And I think it's going to be to the left, but it's probably to the right, actually, thinking about it. No, it's to the left. I was right. Once you've seen enough of this temple, you've seen enough. So let me bring you back once we get down the final flight of stairs and head into the room with Thingy. Okay, I think we're in the final level now. So it goes purple when you're in this level. And then we just want to head for this passageway into Arakaali's lair, or web. And we're going to apply some skill points. And just spam her. Now if she disappears, she can come up on this side, or that side. Never bottom left. She's not lasting long when she comes up. Where is she now? Probably coming back up there again, yep. And she's going to eat silk. And she'll probably come up to the same place again. Yeah, she did. Now, if she starts to lean back like that, she's going to fire. Get out of directly in front of her, because that hurts like hell, that skill. Is she dead yet? She should be dead. Very soon. Okay, she's at the floor again, and we're just going to hit her. And she's down. This thing really is a boss killer. We don't need to wait for him. We don't need to wait for him, but I am going to anyway, because I want to change reduce damage from damage over time. Although we might roll that off, depending, because we are immune to bleed. Now, this is technically part of Act 8, I believe. However, we're going to run through it because I class Act 8 as the town. This will be very, very quick. Basically, just run in a straight line, following the wall, until you find a break in it. You don't need to kill anything unless there's lots of blues. Are they blues? They were blues. Kill them. And then hole in the wall. Now we go on top of the wall and just head all the way back. And again, to keep this interesting, I'm going to cut out any bits where there's no mobs. and then we get to the encampment. And you'll be glad to know this time we don't need to go up and out round the top, which is slow. We can go out through a little tunnel, which I'll show you in the next one. You do not need to talk to any of these people, by the way. And we did it in 3 hours, 31 minutes to Act 8. So we have been tracking the 30-minute an act, which is pretty good going. And with that, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time.